Hello, fam, and welcome to Squad, your favorite spot for everything esports and gaming. I'm Marissa, that's Lisa, that's Brody, Leaf X Moore, and today, obviously, we have an amazing show for you as per usual. It's also Rocket League Day, so Brody would say best show ever. But Brody actually tweeted this yesterday, but we want to do this here right now. We want you to do it at home as well, courtesy of Meme Queen Twitch. She tweeted out, type, I'm not a Twitch streamer, I'm and let your predictive text actually make a sentence. So I know Brody did this already. Yeah. We have him queued up, you know, magic of television.
All right, well, you guys get yours going. Yep. Mine was very, very true.
Okay.
I'm not a Twitch streamer. I'm a little bit of a good time.
Just a little bit, though.
Just a little bit. Not too much that it's overwhelming, you know?
Yeah, that's actually accurate for Brody Moore. Lisa, you got?
Yeah, I did it. So I'm not a Twitch streamer. I'm a girl.
Really?
True. And I'm so cute.
Not
true.
Okay. You also it's a predictive text, but your phone gives you options to choose
you get
the word.
Choose.
So, you know.
Instead of cute, there was another potential that I didn't go with, but I'm not going to say.
Okay, that would have been interesting. Mine is, I'm not a Twitch streamer, I'm a surprise for y'all.
What kind of surprise?
Big facts.
Those are biggest facts.
Our phones really think highly of us. Or is that just the way we type?
Not really. Mine. I chose the good option, the PG version.
Also, mine's a surprise, so who knows?
Oh, maybe you'll see it later on in Unmuted, right? Because later on, you guys are debating the latest in Unmuted, while I got all the other esports news in Reported.
That's right, but first, I need to get you up to the mez because it's time for Rocket League edition of Eastside Esports.
Heads up play by Speed, he just lets the ball roll through to his goalkeeper, takes the boost and demos the opponent. That's going to relieve pressure for the time being. He's off the wall for the redirect and he puts it on target. Speed, 1-1. That is going to go to the air. Guarantees up, he's coming in. Shot blocked, I don't think anybody can get there. PSG, make it happen.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Inside Esports. I'm Brody Moore, and today is all about DreamHack Valencia. Now, before I dive into the fallout with Fruity, let's take a look at the action-packed highlights.
Got to keep an eye on the River Rats as well. Whenever they get someone downfield, they like to loiter, steal, boost, and demo. Here's going to cross the cheap. Flip shot! Unbelievable!
Really heads up play by Speed, he just lets the ball roll through to his goalkeeper, takes the boost and demos the opponent. That's going to relieve pressure for the time being. He's off the wall for the redirect and he puts it on target. Speed, 1-1.
Casio, slow play, demo, tadpole into the middle, and that's a beautiful equalizer.
A pass to the middle.
Diving stop, Justin again coming off from the midfield line. They'll run into Garrett G on the way out, and that will slow down the NRG attack. But Justin, beautiful fake, and that will be into the net.
And this is where PSG are really going to be tested as well. You heard the desk talking about it. The main worry is their ability to finish off the series. Ferrer, 1-0!
It's the final minute we go. NRG still down by 2. Fireburner with a brilliant touch and a goal!
Oh, coming in from Garrett, blocks one more time. PSG just need to survive a few more seconds. That is going to go to the air.
Garrett G's up, he's coming in, shot blocked, I don't think anybody can get there. PSG, make it happen.
And now, to join me on the line to talk about his team and others, it is DreamHack winner for Valencia, Fruity. What's up, man? How you feeling after that?
I'm feeling great, man. Thank you, Leaf.
It's nuts. It seems so surreal. I could see it on your faces afterwards that you didn't really even believe it. Do you believe it now?
I mean, a bit more, of course, but I think when the money is in the bank account, you know, it finally you realize it then. But yeah, it's still surreal to me. Great feeling, great event. So yeah, I couldn't be happier.
That's awesome. Well, why don't we kick this talk off with the winners of it, you guys. Not only do you guys take down NRG, but you're also getting very consistent placings recently. What's responsible for like this much more recent consistency?
I don't know. I think it's the shift of mentality. We just go in with every event trying to change our mentality, because obviously that we always qualify for every event, and now that we're finally making the push to getting better results, I think it's a combination of that. So yeah, we'll try to continue this trend we're doing, and hopefully do well at the next one.
Now, was it strictly the mentality, or was there a game plan going into that final series against Energy? Because they're, generally viewed as the top dog, and you guys the underdogs there. Was there more to it than mentality, or was there a strat going in to take them down?
I mean, I think we exceeded our own expectations, so we were just there to have fun, right? So the mentality was just, let's go out with a bang, like there's no need to basically not regret anything, and it was a weird feeling so comfortable and confident on stage. So I think it was just a mixture of everything working well together.
Now, I want to talk about that too, because afterwards, you guys did your interview after you won with the analysts there, with Turton Gibbs. Now, you guys mentioned, like, they kept asking you, but you kept repeating that there were no nerves. Like, they're going into that, it didn't feel like there was any pressure on you guys. Was there something you guys did before to do that, to get into that mentality, or is this just a shift that happened, the stars aligned?
I think after the C9 reverse sweep we did, I think we just, everyone on the team calmed down. I think that we started to realize this could be our tournament to win, right? So whatever happens. And we're just happy to be alive after that series, I think. So, but also the fact that it was just after Worlds, so there was that all intense pressure on Worlds because it is the main tournament.
That's true.
But so DreamHack was a good off season, a good way to end the season on.
Well, on it, let's just talk about your teammate Farah. We could talk about all of you guys in depth here, but I just want to touch on Farah because he also mentioned that he's going full time and he's free from school now. What's the sky looking like for this guy, and what's it going to do for your team?
I think it's a huge relief for him personally. He's always been so hard on himself, so that freedom he now has to do this full time and generally can do it without having any stress or any thoughts, and he can just enjoy it. So I'm really looking forward to continue working. All the work we had throughout the season paid off finally. So I can't wait for the future and see what it holds.
I'm so excited to see maybe a new Dignitas stretch, but this time from PSG. That'll be nuts. But
yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. So we gotta talk about NRG, of course. This was Fireburner's last event. This man's a legend, playing through SART BC now all the way. Is the only other one besides Garrett to make to every single LAN. Can you just talk to us about his career and what it meant for NRG and what he was like in your eyes as a player?
So if there's one name everybody knows, it's Fireburner. This guy's been around since the beginning, and he's been consistently one of the best players on top teams in NA. So the legacy he leaves behind is something that every player can only dream of. Is that what we all strive to have? Is a career like Fireburner. So to see him go out on top is something that you can only admire and really respect as a competitor myself.
Yeah, it would have been a feels good moment to play against him in the finals there, being like, this is the last time, and I get to experience that with him. That would have been fun. Now, of course, because of that, NRG has a hole to fill. Obviously, if we know things on the inside, we can't let it out there. But how do you go about finding someone to fill that void? I mean, like, what kind of role do you think NRG should be looking for to fill the shoes of Fireburner?
They can go a different route than they're used to, because maybe they're used to something more conservative in their playstyle. Maybe they can start doing more offensive stuff. So now is a difficult time, or more, I would say actually a more exciting time for NRG, because this is the time where they redefine their team. They need to find someone that either fits in or they fit in with them, or they can just try out all these different playstyles maybe they couldn't with Fireburners. So NRG is going to be an interesting season to see for them, but it's definitely going to be exciting.
Now, I want to talk about Renault Vitality, the RLCS Season 7 winners. They had some issues at DreamHack recently. Dallas wasn't a good placing, 5th out at Valencia here. What do you think is causing this up and down in the results?
I think winning the World Championship just puts so much belief and relaxation throughout that team that they became a bit complacent. But you don't know, because they showed out really huge day 1 and 2. And they only really had one bad series, and that was against NRG, and then they're out of the tournament because of how the format works. So I don't know if we can specifically take anything away from that, but I think it's just that the event was so shortly after Worlds that maybe that played a factor. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe they just needed a moment to rest, right? But anyways, Fruity, I just want to say huge congrats for winning DreamHack Valencia, and I'm looking forward to seeing what PSG can do going forward. Thanks for joining, man.
Thank you for having me.
Now, the Rocket League world is no doubt in flux at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see how the debris falls. For now, let's chuck it over to Lisa to get us caught up and reported.
It's the best time of the day. Why is that? Because you get to see me. Here's the latest news from the world of esports in Reported. NBA 2K League pro O'Leary won the ESPY Award for Best Esports Moment of 2018 in last night's broadcast. The Cavs Legion player was shot multiple times at the Jacksonville Madden tournament shooting last year. Fortunately, O'Leary was able to recover from his injuries and play in the 2K League's second season, where he's been leading the Cavs. Congratulations on the win, O'Leary. You absolutely deserve it. The qualifiers for the International 2019 are taking place around the world, and after years away from the biggest tournament in Dota history, a former champion is back. Natus Vincere has broken their TI drought after winning the CIS qualifier for TI9 yesterday. The former champion of the very first international has had a rough couple of years and has missed Dota's championship event for 3 years in a row. In a qualifier filled with upsets, Navi managed to beat Vega Squadron and win Strike in the playoffs to earn their spot. Good work, boys, and best of luck at TI, 'cause you're gonna need it. In case you haven't heard, European League of Legends is amazing right now, and that's translating into some big viewership numbers. In the first 3 weeks of the 2019 summer split, the LEC has averaged an incredible 136,000 viewers per week. That's not only a 37% increase from the spring split, it's the highest viewership has been since 2015. These dramatic stats are likely the result of the success LEC teams have had recently. G2 Esports won MSI 2019, and other teams like Fnatic have done very well in the regular season and in Rift Rivals. Hopefully, the viewership keeps rising as the World Championship gets closer and closer. In less Great League news, LCS team Clutch Gaming is shaking up its coaching staff after a tough year. Clutch announced that it is releasing head coach Mick Scragg and promoting assistant coach Thinkard to the position. For reference, Thinkard joined Clutch last week, so that's a very quick promotion. The team has also promoted Clutch Academy coach Artemis to the assistant coach role. Clutch has had a pretty bad year, placing 9th in the spring split and are currently in the middle of a 3-game losing streak. At the very least, Thinkard has a lot of room to improve Clutch before the summer split ends in a few weeks. That's all for the news today. Now it's time for Brody and Marissa to do what they do best, which is talk nonstop in Unmuted.
Welcome to Unmuted. We got your gaming and esports hot topics, hot tweets, the spiciest memes. I'm Marissa Roberta.
And I'm Brody. I like science more. What does that even mean? We're going to present all the goodies we've gathered, which we will discuss and probably argue. But luckily for us, we got a mute button. I want to use it on these names you're giving me.
I'm sorry, do you not like science?
I do, but what is it in reference to?
That's a perfect gamer take for you. I'm Brody. I like science.
I do like
more.
science.
Okay, thank you for accepting it. Remember, we like when you call us out when we're wrong and praise us when we're spitting truth. So let's get to it, shall we? For our first story, Ubisoft surprised Rainbow Six Siege fans everywhere with a great gift: thousands of bans for toxic behavior. The latest ban wave is aimed at players who use exploits and glitches in-game. Not to worry, Siege players, bans only trigger if you've abused or exploited more than 10 times. So, while that made most people happy, others are unhappy because they've been using glitches to fight back against people who use glitches. They say that since the bans target accounts, Ubisoft isn't addressing the root cause, namely the people behind these accounts. Brody, holy smokes! They really circled back on itself a few times there. It's kind of a convoluted story, but you get it, right? I mean, who's at blame here? Who's to blame? Should Ubisoft not have done this?
Also, don't agree with banning people for using glitches. That's like saying, that's placing the blame on someone that doesn't need the blame. You have an issue with the game, and someone's just using it. It's the rule set built into the game. Why can't I use it? fix it if you don't want me to use it. You can't ban people for using it. Now, if people are using third-party software to do something, that's different. But if you're using the tools that the game gave you and the developer gave you, they create the laws of that universe, the rules of the physics you have to abide by, and those are the rules they gave you. I'm going to play in them.
Yeah, okay.
Why am I getting punished for that?
Yeah, but because then you're assuming that everybody that knows about the glitches knows how to use them and use them in their favor. That's not really the case for everybody playing the game, right?
So what's the difference between that and someone in Rocket League using a flip reset? You don't know that that's even a thing when you first start playing.
Well, that's the thing. You don't know that it's a thing, but that's a part of the game, right? That's a part of the meta that you can discover as a pro,
Same
right?
with glitches.
No, glitches aren't supposed to be a part of the game. But if people are smart enough, like the way hackers hack things, if they're smart enough to understand how to implement that glitch, then I guess they're cheating because they've used something that is not supposed to be in the game to their favor, right?
But there's nowhere in the EULA that says, hey, you can't, phase through this wall, right? Like, how am I supposed to know the things I'm not? If I'm not using, I bought the game, I installed it, and that's all I've done. I've installed nothing else. Why can't I do that?
Because flip resets are a part of Rocket League.
But the developers never intended that.
Are you sure?
They never once intended. They didn't even know you could fly in the game until players started doing it.
Okay, well then I guess Rocket League is a superior esport to any other esport out there. Okay?
I'm just saying, Ubisoft seems like they don't want to take blame for an unpolished game.
Listen, I'm not going to argue that is actually a fair point. That could be it. But I also understand that player sentiment where it's like the guys that do know how to use the glitches, also the guys opposing those guys that know how to use the glitches, that also know how to use the glitches to punish the guys using the glitches, should still be able to do that.
Nobody should be banned.
See, right. Okay, fine, we agree.
All right. In other Siege news, pro player Pengu took to Twitter to say that cosmetic skins ruin the competitive integrity of the game. He says that some skins give a competitive advantage by blending characters in with the environment, and that he had a hard time calling out opponents because it's difficult to tell who they are. Pengu proposed that players should be forced to use only the default skins in competitive matches. Marissa, do you think that pros should, be forced to use these?
I feel like this is totally subjective, though. This is something that some players might. No, some players might like using, some players might not. Like, you see skins and see different weapons being used in games like CSGO, and that's not really ruining the competitive integrity there when applied. But I get what he's saying. Like, I love Pengu. Like, he's incredible. He's a great advocate for Rainbow Six. He's just one of those guys that's amazing at what he does. He's amazing at speaking about the game as well. He's just a great advocate for it. So, I mean, I do want to heed his words. I do want to see if this maybe is true. Maybe he's right. Maybe they should keep it to exactly the way it should be in game when you're playing competitively. But then the game and the developer can't sell these skins and make money off of them afterwards, right?
I got two sides to it. One, you got to understand that, the esport is also used as a marketing tool to showcase the product and what it has. And they want people to see, oh, look at that cool rainbow skin or whatever. Look at this cool camo skin. They want people to see that to say, hey, I want to go buy that now online. Now, as a competitive person, I agree in standardizing a lot of things that don't affect the actual gameplay. So, if it does come down to, I think, all pros, I think, if it's an esport, they should have skins that are their orgs. Right? Like the Overwatch does it.
100.
Rocket League has some of them now there, but not every esport is forcing them to use that. And I feel like if you're going to force them to not use certain skins, you should be forced then to use your org skin. Because then it just shows a sign of unity. It's a team, right? Like, you're on the field as a team.
Sure. I think that'll only be universally implemented when all teams have been franchised, really. Like, that's when it'll be, for sure, like, your skin belongs to this team, belongs to this city, or however the franchising mode is going to be implemented. That's how it'll work, and that's when it will work. I feel like now, because Ubisoft can make money off of this, they should just make money off it. It's their game. Honestly, they can do whatever the hell they want, and if this is what they want to do in their competitive league, then let people buy skins. I
would say for now, Pengu, if you're going to have to deal with it, just start using those skins that make it hard to see you, too.
That's fair.
If you can't beat them, join them.
Even Steven, baby. All right, Optic Gaming's former Gears of War team has temporarily joined Tox Gaming to play under the org's banner for the Gears 5 E-League Invitational. More importantly, the team's coach, Ashes, explained why the squad left Optic in announcing the move to Tox. Apparently, the team had been unhappy with the direction of Optic for a few months, and with the sale to Immortals, asked to be released from their contracts early. With Gears 5 on the horizon, Ashes said that there was no better time for the team to leave and market itself than now. So, Brody, put yourself in Immortal's shoes. If the championship-winning Gears
probably
team...
have really nice shoes, too.
Oh, God, you're so annoying. If the championship-winning Gears team just decided to leave because you bought that org, would you not be a little offended? Would you even let them leave? Would you release their contracts? It's like their championships. You technically paid for it.
Yeah, you did, but two things. One, if it's already like you're on the edge of like, oh, we're bleeding money on this, and they asked to leave, that's almost kind of just like a secure of like, all right, let's get rid of them, relocate our resources, and put them somewhere else.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like there could have been a possible situation of, Optic already knew the sale was coming up, so they stopped paying attention a bit to the teams, maybe started treating them not as good because that sale was coming up, so they had less time to talk to those players, and that could have been the result of them, not being too happy with how Optic was going at that moment. So it kind of could have been like a double hammer, double-edged sword going into them.
This is all just speculation, but yes, Optic Hector did say that the guys that purchased them weren't really operating the org as he once was, because Hector obviously loves his teams and loves the squad and puts a lot of love and attention into all of them, and maybe that's true, but I just feel like these, I don't know, they're kind of like in their own little bubbles though, right? Each team has their own house. Well, not their own house, but they stream together, they just have some kind of synergy together, and maybe this was it. Maybe they needed to just peace out and find their own way and not be part of Immortals, but it just sucks because Optic is still going to be a brand. It's still going to be something that's out there. Maybe not to the glory it once was because of the sale, but Immortals isn't going to drop the Optic brand. It can't. It's too strong of a brand. Just like they didn't drop the MIBR. Like they're not going to do it, right? So they could have still operated as Optic. They could have still been the green wall, and just, I guess, I sucked it up a little bit because they could still be the green wall, but I'm happy that they're maintaining their integrity.
At the same time, respect to them for letting the team go when they wanted to. You could have just been meanie and held them, we got a contract, you're stuck, right?
Yeah, that's true. For Immortals, yeah, absolutely. I'm happy that they're doing their own thing. Hopefully they get treated really well where they are now, and that they still keep winning. I love these guys. I want them to keep winning.
Keep winning. Anyways, on to our last story. LGD Gaming Dota 2 Pro maybe has found himself in hot water over racist comments he made on social media. He used the Chinese terms for a foreign horse and white pig in a post, both of which are extremely offensive and disrespectful in Chinese. Maybe was fined by LGD and he apologized for the comments, but Valve has punished players for the racist comments in the past. The only difference in those comments were made in-game, which brings us to a question, Marissa. Should Valve step in to punish maybe for these comments made outside of the game, or is it bad on Valve's part if they only care about what players do in the game?
This is really tough. This is tough because...
I'll let you think about it for a few seconds.
No, shut up. No, because Valve obviously is a very hands-off type of publisher, okay? They're very hands-off with everything they do. Their communities basically run their own things, okay? Because of that, it does make sense that really they only punish when games are taking place because that's a reflection of them and their game because it's happening in a game that they're playing, right? So it's hard for me to say that Valve should punish them when this player is not under Valve's control. Really, it's under the org's responsibility to punish a player that might be tainting their brand in some way because it's all about brand management, right? So that should happen, I think. If he issued an apology, as long as it was taken well and it was sincere, I feel like that's okay. Of course, I feel like I'm the wrong person to ask about this because I'm not Chinese. I don't understand.
We don't know the extent of this. I mean, those phrases in English really don't mean anything to us, right? Much,
Exactly. But to them, if it's very offensive, then yes, for sure. And if he knew they were offensive, especially, then yes, for sure. I feel like it's punishable, but not by Valve, maybe by LGT.
I'm not gonna lie, even the English translation of foreign horse actually sounds powerful.
Okay, well, let's not get
into it. It's like, whoa, these guys come. Yeah, no, it is really hard to say that it's on Valve to do it. I think we kind of touched on the other day on another episode of that Valve isn't the law. They have their own rule set that while operating within their universe, this is the rule set that you have to abide by, and if you don't, then we send you away, we send you a ban. But they were outside that. They were in a different realm. It really can't be up to Valve at that point.
I love that you use the word realm, because it's true. Like, it really is.
It's a whole other realm.
It's a whole other realm.
It really is. And the things that are that they deem acceptable could be different in game too. So yeah, I don't think it's on Valve at the end of the day for this.
But LGD. Would you say the
org?
org?
It would be up to the org, the person that maybe is representing.
Okay, we are agreeing.
Wow, this is too much. This is too much.
It doesn't feel good, man. It's time to check in with streamers in Clip It. Our first clip comes from Tyler1 and Spandex. Yeah, it's brought to you by Spandex.
Yes? Yes, honey? What do you need, Kayla? Yes, oh, okay, I'll be right there.
Oh my God.
Yo, what that ass doodle?
That was some Nicki Minaj level bouncing going on there.
Yeah, I mean, if that is an advertisement for spandex, actually, I mean, it worked because, yo, that butt was popping. He's got a nice little bubble butt there.
If I wear that, will my butt look good?
No, you have no butt.
No, because I don't have a butt.
I know. I'm sorry, Muffin.
I was given genetics that lacked a chin and a butt.
Aw, he said it though, not me.
You say it enough.
What? Don't put that evil on me. I think you're beautiful.
Wow, that's a lie, and I kind of want to mute you for that. All right, let's move on. Now, I don't want to give more attention to Pajalok, but I feel like there is an important PSA in here.
Teraz? Teraz? W lewo. Tak. Co one tak biegły? Jakbym nie biegły, to bym mnie jebnął generalnie, ale...
Proste rzeczy pojechaliśmy.
A, no to kurwa, dobra.
Nie mogę. A nie, dobrze. Dobrze.
O, przepraszam.
Dobrze pojechaliśmy.
Jesus, straight up, get off your phone. Like, I don't even think he was on the phone for the first one, but the second one, definitely.
He for sure, but he also has like obviously the GoPro on top of his
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. He's not using his hands for that, but.
No, but he almost ran over a few pedestrians there. You guys, honestly, and then you stream this stuff and it's funny. That is not freaking funny. You're gonna hurt somebody. Also, those are serious fines if you do end up hurting somebody as well.
Like, let's just film myself doing criminal activity. Like, the next thing you're gonna see someone live streaming them robbing a bank.
Right, exactly.
The logic, I don't get it.
It's not GTA, okay? Like, just be freaking responsible. I hate the whole streaming while driving thing. It's just completely irresponsible.
I don't think that's an issue as long as the camera's mounted somewhere else.
Okay,
right?
sure.
That's fine. That I didn't have an issue with. It was the fact that he was also looking at his phone and just overall just disregarding pedestrians. Pedestrians should always have the right of way.
Absolutely. Look for the crosswalks, okay? Stop at them. People are gonna get hurt. All right, it truly is the best time of day when we scroll through the Twitterverse to bring you all the things the pros bless us with from the timeline. We especially love it when they get real, and Slasher is good at that. Dr. Disrespect returned stream to Twitch today, peaked at 800K viewers. It literally pays to get banned on Twitch.
80,000, which is still a lot. Yeah, so just do something. Hey, it's the phrase that no publicity is, or all publicity is good, no bad publicity, or something like that, you know? Get publicity.
That was like a, what's his face?
George, you fool me once, you never fool me again.
Yeah, fool me twice. You can't fool me again. That was literally you.
It's straight up, no, it really is what it is. You have to make, for these big streamers, you're gonna have to make the bands bigger. At the same time, does Twitch really want those guys off their platform not making money for them for too long, right?
Well, the thing is, in his ban, was he not still getting subs at that time, or did they come in after the fact? Like, that's a question to ask too, because if they're banned, like if Twitch can implement a system where, hey, they know that this person's gonna get a lot of dough no matter what, like people are gonna subscribe to them even more now that we ban them, so let's ban them, but keep their subs open so that people can still sub to them so they see when they come back. They can easily be in cities like that and make money.
You need to punish them financially. Overall,
they're not going to though, because if they punish them financially, then they get punished financially, and you know that ain't gonna happen, kid.
Everybody go do something stupid and you'll get famous.
Yeah, like run over pedestrians.
New plan. All right. Hey, look, Froden is here to make me feel like an arsehole. 6 months fitness update with proper side-by-side lighting comparison and a bonus side angle pick. Mini blog about my progress on the IG post. Thanks for everyone who cheered me on. Really happy with my progress.
Like that.
So happy for him, but sad for me.
Yeah. Who knew that was under that glitter jacket that he wears? Like, good for him. Listen, I'm down for the whatever. I've been seeing a lot of gym flexing lately. Yeah. On Twitter and Instagram.
You're starting to feel bad about yourself too?
Yeah, exactly. Like these kind of.
Doesn't it motivate you though?
That's the thing. That's what they say it's supposed to do. That's what people say it's supposed to do. Motivate you. But really, it just makes me feel like, okay, like good for you. No, I didn't go to the gym today. This one girl that I know literally posts on her stories like a photo of her at the gym. Did you go to the gym today? No, bitch, I didn't. Thank you though. Like just a friendly reminder. No, I didn't. Thank you. I'm just trying to get this. As long as I can like see that in there, I feel like I'm doing okay.
Don't you always like leave the office after every show in your gym clothes to like kind of trick yourself into thinking you might go?
You don't need to stop me with that. Okay. Our last relevant thought is here as a friendly reminder: life is a young man's game. So scared of getting older, Smithy says. I'm only good at being young.
Yo, that's real talk. That's real talk. I've learned that the lifestyle that you live as a young person starts to get harder. Doesn't mean I'm gonna stop, but it starts to get harder the older you get. Now, obviously, I'm not old, but you know, maybe we can talk to someone who has the experience of being old.
Well, tell me about that again.
Oh, go away! Go away! It's my Doritos.
As you're
okay?
getting older, Mr. Doritos.
It's my Doritos.
Oh
Not
man!
new, kicking
Literally
in.
just last year, Brody's coming in here, literally eating Doritos and Mountain Dew for breakfast.
But now at home, you know what I got the other day?
What did you get?
A bunch of fruits and nuts to snack on, and that's all I'm gonna eat. That's all I'm eating from now on.
You know what? I'm really proud of you. You're
And
maturing as a man.
I'm doing curls with my backpack.
It's baby steps, right?
Yeah, I'll be jacked soon. Anyways, let's move on because it's time to get to some crowd control. I want to start off by pointing something out, and I think Roxo97 summarized it nicely. Me, can I have a Switch? Mom, we have a Switch Lite at home. Switch Lite at home. Really though, let's get real talk here. How is Nintendo the only one that's able to dominate the handheld market? Like, the Vita was an incredible device, but somehow it just didn't take off, and there were some pretty good games for it too.
There are actually a lot of good games for the Vita. And I love
don't
my
get
Vita.
it, like,
and the hardware was incredible. I'm telling you, I pulled it out of the dust of like this buried basement of things that I had. It still had charge and life in it after all this time. There were like seriously so many great games. It is a rip for Sony. It is a rip for Vita, unfortunately, like RIP. But yeah, Nintendo has always just dominated this market, and I guess it's because families always just associate video games with Nintendo, and I think it's just one of those things that families go to buy for their kids. It's not something that they might think of. Like, Sony's not top of mind for a lot of moms and dads out there thinking they're going to get their kids into games, right?
I bet you the Switch Lite was definitely a flex on it. They're like, I don't even care if we like sell much. Let's just do this to like poop on Sony's face about the Vita.
Okay,
I feel like that's all. It's just a flex.
Like, yeah, maybe when they're drinking their, Chablis later and talking about how awesome they are, maybe they discuss that.
Switch is making,
exactly. Okay, recently a lot of people on the gaming subreddit have been sharing the gaming steps, so sharing their gaming steps, but I think we found the most relatable. It's C. Miller Time asks you to rate his setup.
That is the realest setup ever. That every single person here has that setup at home. Lately, though, it's been me playing Archero.
Yeah.
While sitting on the toilet way too much.
Thank you. Let's talk about that for a second, because Mr. Brody, I like science more, I love science more, always just trashes on me for loving mobile games, okay? Trashes on me constantly. I give him this one game called Archero. He has been crushing it. That's all he's been playing lately. Tell the truth. It's all you've been playing?
It's not because I love the game, it's because I want to beat you.
No, that's not true, because you beat me a while ago. You beat me a while ago, and you've still been playing.
I just want to be better than everyone. It says I'm better than 80% of players, so.
So now you gotta come at him. Everyone download Archero, it's free. You can.
I gotta beat 100%.
And then tell me how much you love mobile games.
And then I'll be satisfied. No. Let's move on, because that's not going to happen. Everyone here knows I mainly play games on PC. But I do enjoy consoles from time to time, so I can have a laugh about what a PC-only gamer kind of sounds like. Console gamers having a civilized discussion. Here comes the PC players. Console stock. Just pooping everywhere. It's real talk. Sometimes it does feel like that's what PC gamers sound like, just running through, just pooping on everything. You like this? It's not good enough because it's not PC.
When I first saw that comic, because you showed it to me earlier, I did not picture them speaking that way. The way you just viewed it was perfect.
I'm a PC gamer. Can do this on PC.
Okay, but like you're allowed to do that. I'm not, because I don't PC game. You do. So I feel like you can
self-deprecate, yeah. And self-defecate.
Self-defecate, all right. Let's end it on poop. That's it for Unmeter. Remember, you can always hit us up on our socials. Just say hi or send us some stuff to react to, because we'll have it on the show. Hit us up at Squad State. We're everywhere. We'll see you next time.
There's one type of mission that is the bane of every gamer's existence: escort missions. So we decided to make your blood boil by revisiting the most frustrating escort missions in video games. In The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, it's already bad enough that you have to deal with an annoying fairy, but gamers also have to deal with a spoiled brat, Princess Ruto. Coupled with her ungratefulness after being saved by Link, she demands to be carried like royalty. While holding her, players are unable to use their items and weapons, making fighting off enemies and jumping platforms a challenge. Resident Evil 4 4 is just one big escort mission as Leon is tasked with saving the president's daughter, Ashley.
Take it easy.
No! Get away!
Being scared and extremely weak makes her an easy and quick meal for zombies. Keeping her safe is hard since she does absolutely nothing to protect herself and literally curls up into a ball when she's attacked. In Bioshock, players have to protect one of the Little Sisters as she collects atoms of corpses around Rapture. Little Sisters are known to be powerful and can take large amounts of damage. However, the one you're paired with is conveniently frail and dies almost instantly when attacked. On top of that, she cheerfully skips through every security system, setting them off and sending hordes of enemies your way. WTF, Little Sister?
Time to go,
What's worse than escort missions? Water levels. And in Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, Hideo Kojima pairs the two. In this assignment, you literally hold Emma's hand while swimming through passages and swatting bugs, which is especially testing because she's afraid of both. Luckily, you have the option to silence her high-pitched whining by knocking her out. Unfortunately, none of this matters because, spoiler alert, she dies anyways.
Emma! Emma! Answer me!
It's only fitting that a classic like GoldenEye 007 has the most infamous escort mission. Bond must protect Natalia from enemies while she hacks into various computers. All of it sounds easy, but unfortunately for gamers, Natalia's AI makes her suicidal. Not only is she the slowest hacker you encounter in any game, but she also has no regard for her surroundings. She'll often take bullets for enemies by walking right into the line of fire. It makes it so hard to protect her that this mission takes multiple attempts to successfully complete.
Wow, those are some frustrating levels. But speaking of frustration, how was unmuted today?
Segues. Actually, quite the opposite. Yeah, we're usually at each other's throats. Some days more than other, Marissa. But yeah, no, today we actually agreed, and I'm a little disturbed inside. A little disappointed with myself.
Yeah, it is the worst when we agree. The thing is, like, I do love arguing. Obviously, it's just in my nature to love arguing. Yeah. I don't know if it's the Italian in me. Like, I have no idea what it is, but it makes me. But you know exactly how to like wind me up to get me there. Sometimes even if we do agree. Yeah. So today wasn't that because we were kind of like even keeled, being reasonable about these topics. Yeah. But I feel like you had more of a controversial topic in Reported.
Yeah. So O'Leary won the ESPY for Best Esports Moments, and obviously a lot of people were cheering for him, but it kind of felt bad because the whole Ninja situation, right? Like whether was Ninja in the wrong for really saying just vote in general and not vote for Larry because he deserves it? Like, I don't know if it's actually his fault.
I don't know. I mean, like, I feel like we need to get the mute button back here, right? Just in case. No, it seems like it could be construed as, oh, it was kind of rude that he didn't say go vote for Larry because of the story behind it. But at the same time, you really want to avoid vote brigading. I think that's why he originally had a tweet saying vote for me, right?
Yeah, but then changed it.
And then I don't know if it was because he realized, oh, that's vote brigading, or if he realized, okay, I shouldn't, Larry's got a good story, you know, he should have this. But then if that's the case, he still didn't say go vote for Larry, so.
He just said go vote.
I'm assuming it was like avoid the vote brigading kind of situation.
If you were Larry, though, would you be happy with this win? Like how it turned out?
Oh, no, he was. And he actually thanked Ninja as well on Twitter. So it's because also the way that the broadcasters threw to the moment where he was getting the award on the red carpet was like, so Ninja tweeted this. It was, basically like thanking Ninja, giving credit to Ninja before they throw to Larry to get his award. Like, I don't know.
That's kind of backwards,
It still bothers me,
That's
whole
a
comparison.
Kanye, like, I'm gonna let you speak in a moment kind of thing, but just so you know, it was really this person's fault that you got the award.
Yeah, so I don't.
Whatever. Larry deserved it. He's
for
amazing.
Sure he did.
So inspirational. So.
I know. I would just would have liked to have him or let him have his own unique moment and not to be shared by or uplifted by another huge influencer. And this is what he got it. Just have it himself.
I think part of the issue comes down to the fact that it's a popularity vote. The fact that it all comes down to whoever is the bigger fan base.
For sure.
Or in this case, Larry did have a story that people could resonate with, but it's generally just comes down to, hey, even though my moment's not better, I'm still going to win
Would
this
you rather
because I
have
have
a
more
panel
fans.
decide the winner then?
Yeah, I think a panel
Really?
should decide. Absolutely. Now, the next tough thing is deciding who's on the panel. I mean, you have the same issue with like, the Hall of Fame, Esports Hall of Fame, and that with, maybe the panel's a little biased towards a certain specific genre. So it has to be scouted out really well. Then who picks the panel? Are they voted in? But then it gets to a very tough circle.
Award shows, they're always like this though. It's all politics and.
Yeah, no, it is.
That was like a look of something.
No, it's just all like who you know and who
Nepotism.
tires you've pumped. Yeah, that is just always been the case for award shows, from of course sports to celebrity Oscars, all that stuff. It all makes it's just about who you know and who you've been friends with for a long time. So sadly, but it's still entertainment for us, and we eat it up.
That's true, and we got more entertainment because we're gonna play a game to close out tonight's broadcast.
Speaking of pumping tires, it's time for me to kick some butt.
Okay. What? I don't know if you're gonna kick butt on this one here. Give me another one.
Am I going first?
Yeah.
Who am I destroying first? And what are we playing?
We're rock, paper, scissors. Whoever loses has to play him. Rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's you.
Dang it.
I start winning already.
This is that Narwhal game that
It's Narwhal we're
we've
playing.
tried this a long time ago. All right.
What do
I
we
think
do?
Marisa was really bad at
we
this.
have to stab each other with our horns.
You gotta stab his heart with your horn. And
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
How do I get there? How do I swim? Oh, I see.
I don't
You're
know.
in
Oh, I
space.
figured it out. Woo!
Wait, I thought that I was pink.
It's like I used to play this.
What?
Oh no. Oh, I'm not dead yet. Okay.
Oh shoot.
There's multiple lives.
Oh!
Oh, trying to body slam me.
Yeah.
Oh! Okay.
I imagine this is how
Whales do
narwhals
it.
actually behave in the ocean.
Of course.
I'm.
Oh!
Get down there. No.
You gotta watch your underbelly. You cannot
Yeah.
leave it open. 50 seconds left. Yeah. I love the concept for this game. Like, how did they even come up with this?
Well, I used to play this game called like I forget what it's called, but it was just like Ragdoll Kung Fu or something.
Okay,
Get
okay.
off me, bro. That was beautiful.
That was beautiful.
You want to
nice
do
dance.
some synchronized swimming later?
Yeah.
Let's stream that.
Yeah. All right, I'll stream. Yeah, no, so Ragdoll Kung Fu, and I think they got their idea off of that.
Oh!
Wait, who's who?
I'm
a
blue,
little
he's
lost.
pink.
Okay.
We're tied right now.
Oh my god.
Are we gonna end up with a tie?
No way.
I can't accept
You
that.
can't have a tie in this game. Stupid.
Oh, it's time.
It literally has
time.
tie. Okay.
It's time.
That's not
That's
cool.
annoying. Do you guys want to rematch it? Just to next point wins.
What first hit wins?
First hit wins. Let's go.
Okay.
All right.
Because I want to play winner.
And then you'll play
yeah.
Okay.
winner. Yeah. So I used to, instead of paying attention in class, I would just play Ragdoll Kung Fu all the time.
How? On your phone
So
or
then you
computer?
should
No,
be
it's on the
winning
computer.
right now.
Wait, you're
No,
young
it
enough
was
to have
different,
a
though.
computer?
I had a keyboard.
Oh shoot! I gave
Done.
it up. I
That was
coughed
it.
up. Okay,
That's
wait.
it.
Then you have to resume.
Restart. Okay, I need that.
All right,
Dang
we're gonna
it.
restart.
Okay.
All right.
Marissa?
Lisa,
I don't know. I've never played this game.
I have years of experience under
What
my
are the
belt.
controllers here?
I figured it out.
Do the triggers do
Controls are-
anything?
Yes. Oh my gosh, Lisa.
Wait, I'm trying to figure this out here.
You're blue.
Wait, did I just lose 2 hearts?
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
Because you're really bad.
Whee!
Wait, no, Lisa. Oh my good gravy.
Oh, what's this
That was
ability?
like some kind of sonar. Maybe
Watch it. I'm
push
gonna try to
away.
balance. Ready? Watch this.
Don't
Yeah?
push your heart out like that.
Do some sick
Oh,
moves.
that's real life advice right there.
Seriously.
Wait. Sonar! Yo, you guys even get that ability going before?
Looks
Wait,
like
we
you're
have
hungry on the
sonar?
ground.
Oh, we have sonar. What is that?
See, you didn't even know.
Your
Congratulations,
sonar
you
just
got
lifted
one.
her into your heart.
Aw. Not in the heart. It's so like.
Is that's the next
Careful,
Valentine's.
Lisa.
No!
Oh, that was almost the sickest.
Yes!
That was almost the sickest move.
Yo, wait. I just have to.
Compose yourself. Compose yourself. Don't really push your heart.
No, other way.
Oh
Sonar.
jeez. Oh my god.
How do I move forward?
Lisa.
How do I? No!
Our hearts are touching. Gross.
I turned the wrong way.
Okay. All right. So Lisa's down one heart more than Brody. You're being reckless now.
I'm having fun.
You're being reckless with your heart.
No, that's slow-mo
That's
though.
some real.
Okay, wait.
Bam! Oh.
No!
Oh, come on, get off.
No!
Okay, she's down to 1 heart.
I still haven't figured out the controls yet. Hold on.
Yeah, I can tell you're just spinning.
Wait.
We know.
Whoa.
She's just sonaring around.
Yes,
Get off me,
stupid
bro.
dolphin. Oh, wait, it's a wolf.
Narwhal. Okay, wait, oh geez.
I really want
Etymologies,
sushi now.
Oh, Lisa.
What? We're not ordering narwhal.
Can we just start with the
Relax.
fact that Lisa left sushi on her desk for overnight,
Okay,
like
first
literally
of
from
all,
yesterday?
It's very confusing. Okay, hold on.
And then she, okay, then she
Rematch.
And then
You owe me
she
sushi now.
goes to eat the sushi
Sure.
today. Brody, she left it overnight on her desk, and she put it in her mouth this
It
morning.
was a little sour.
Yeah.
I'm so.
I actually ate 2 pieces. After I ate one, I was like, this is a little sour, but I'm gonna commit.
Well, you just went in.
She
Did you
ate
You
it.
ate more. Like after the first
Yeah,
piece.
but then everyone started judging me, so I stopped.
Jesus.
I spat it
Got
out.
issues.
Okay. Are you guys going for third,
Loser bracket?
second?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Lower bracket.
Lower bracket. Sorry, not losers.
Oh,
My
I'm
bad.
pink. Oh, shoot.
My bad. People sensitive.
Well, I
over
mean,
that.
with you two in it is, yeah.
Okay,
The
Brody.
losers.
Loser? Okay. Wait for it. Watch these moves.
Nice spin, sonar.
Watch these
Get that
moves.
sonar. I don't even know what the sonar does, to be honest.
I don't really know what the sonar does either.
I don't think you know much of what's happening at all.
Wait, hold on.
At any
hold
given
on.
moment.
Sonar, no! Hiya! Got him!
Wait, you're purple?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Marissa.
Shut up, Brody.
Hiya! Sonar.
You're not doing me proud
What
right
does
now.
the sonar do?
Who knows? Looks pretty.
How did you do to hit it?
At least it looks good. No, you need to get your perp game together
How do I go
right now,
forward?
Marissa.
Your perp game?
Yeah, get that.
Oh,
No,
no!
stop putting your heart up to the world.
Sorry.
You know they're gonna
But
hurt
that's
you.
just how Marissa is, though.
Yeah, I just
But
wear
you
my
know
heart
they're
up
gonna
there.
hurt
I
you.
wear my heart on my front.
Oh, your front? of your nurse outfit? Yo, everyone, does Marissa not look like a nurse?
Low-key
today?
nurse cosplay, yeah.
Not her sleeve, it's her front.
Not very eloquent.
Get your underside to the ground.
Don't tell me how to act.
Oh my god.
We got 360 no scopes coming up from Lisa.
Did you say in a 360 no scope this narwhal?
Come over here, Marissa.
No, you come over here.
Come here.
That's that MLG shot. Let's
Come
get
here,
it.
baby. Look at that. Come hither.
Smack it down.
Come
Smack it
hither.
down. Yeah.
Come hither, work.
Marissa, I'm trying to be a fan, but you're consistently letting me down.
That's our relationship.
I try so
Yo,
hard.
look at
but-
that arch. I do yoga.
Oh, we're synchronized.
Okay, not like I'm.
Can you guys do a dance real quick?
Oh, flip over. And move forward. How do you move
Come
forward?
on, you have 4 hearts you need to get in 10 seconds.
Yo, I'm gonna play the patient game here.
No, she's turtling.
win.
Yo, sick moves.
Thank you.
That was a total slide into the DM moment.
Slide in the DMs. Okay.
All right,
so
okay, whatever. First, second, third.
second, third. What's new?
But if you went first, you're last, Lisa, so we're both last.
What? That's
You're double last because you're still also not ahead of me in Archero.
Okay.
what's that? Oh, that's the game you guys have been playing.
It's
What's
the-
so good
it's
about
the
it?
game. Okay, listen. I have been talking about different mobile games that I've been loving, and this is the first one that Brody's actually picked up and hasn't let go of. Like he
talks
already
about it all the time.
I know, because he's already beaten. He only plays these games to beat my high score, and he does it and usually quits. But this time he's gotten
I did
it.
that with the golf one too.
He did that with golf blitz, yeah. So now you beat my score, but now he's just crushing. He keeps telling me like I'm on level 3 now. I'm on the 3rd island. It's like I haven't even passed the 1st island yet, so he's still loving it and he's playing like crazy.
Here's the thing.
Oh, let's hear it.
It's
Story
a
time.
great concept with a terrible execution.
Oh,
I'll give it
okay.
that. It is fun to play. You found one good mobile game.
That's it. Just the one for you. You didn't like golf
One
blitz?
sort of okay mobile game.
No, you like golf
Golf was
blitz.
2 RNG.
2 RNG. Okay.
I still beat everyone though, so.
Didn't Tyler give you a good fight?
I'm pretty sure someone else
Wasn't
beat
Tyler
you.
as good?
No. I crushed it. Matt was the only one that was giving me any kind of run for my money. Fact check it.
Can we fact check this?
Matt was the only one ahead of me.
Yeah, Matt is also very
And then
good
I
at
surpassed
games.
him. So get wrecked, Matt.
Okay, I don't know. We got to go back in and actually look at our
Well-
chat because I don't trust you at all.
Huh?
I don't trust you at all. I feel like you've been
Yeah.
usurped.
No, oh maybe now. I deleted the game.
Okay, so this is the only mobile game you have on your phone currently, Archero? What else do you have on
Bloons.
there? Balloons. Okay,
Balloons
so that's
TD.
tower defense. So he's playing tower defense too.
Yeah, I play Tower Defense and Warcraft a lot, Warcraft 3. So TDs have a place in my heart.
Okay.
TD always has a place in my heart. If you love tower defense games too, I definitely suggest that you check out Kingdom Rush. Kingdom Rush is so much fun. That's another tower defense game that you need to jump on, but you have to pay for it, and I
But
don't.
he's
You're
not
gonna
gonna
do
play it.
that.
He's
I
not
know. much like Lisa,
I'm so
he
cheap.
doesn't like spending
He's
money.
cheap.
All right.
Anyways, I gotta play some more chess. So.
High five, even though he did not know what I did.
That's all we got for you today. Shout out to Fruity for joining us earlier on. I'll be back tomorrow with an all-new Unmuted and Inside Esports, where we'll be discussing CSGO. So you don't want to miss that.
That's right. Meanwhile, be sure to check us out on all our socials at Squad State and, of course, our YouTube channel for more content.
We'll see you then.